It's high noon. Draw. Oh yeah?
Hello, this is Master347 with, believe it or not, an actual update. Yeah, it's been quite a while, hasn't it, guys? Yeah. Reason for that, college. And I don't mean like doing it from home, like it's literally at college now. So yeah, and a few things kind of like happen and stuff, but sort of starting to finally get some sense of normal out of it, so I can finally have some bit more time while studying. But basically, yeah, I started by in September starting my level 3 course in game design and development, and learning how to use Unity as long as Pro Builder and Blender, and also making 2D animations in Unity. And it's still November, I only barely even scratched the surface. Yeah, also unfortunately some problems with the computers at college, not literally at my home, luckily, which really slowed progress as well, so I had to double down, so I didn't have any time to do anything else. Luckily my laptop hasn't had such problems. It did with Blender though, but I had to fix it by actually installing a well, not installing, more like updating the the video card drivers. I did it to the latest version, but I had this giant pixel mirror screen, so I had to use the restore points to basically go back. So I updated the drivers again, but not typed to the latest version, more like the semi-latest version, and Blender magically works. And I'm never touching those video drivers again, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, now because I actually need Blender, so yeah, that's important. But yeah, basically I'm learning with one tutor, I'm learning how to use Unity in general, and the other one's more like learning about game design and different types of fun. Yeah. and all that. So yeah, and the other one is just teach us some basics of some art. But of course I'm doing is more based to do design and actually making the game itself, not more like the artwork. We still have to like do some art and make our characters and stuff, sure. But the good news is it has to be like top tier or amazing, or have tons and tons of frames of quality to be absolutely amazing. So that's it. So there's that. Yeah. That's the only positive. But because the course idea has two versions: level 3 game design and development, and the other one is pretty much game animation, game art and animation. So yeah, I'm doing the game design and development version. Ugh. Also had to put in this like also had to make sure that the course is like fully paid and all that and stuff, because there's more frustrating confusion. But it doesn't matter. Again, finally all sorted out. But yeah, at the moment I'm just basically learning how to make how to do 2D animations in Unity. Something called skeleton rigs, where you can actually make a character, separate into a bunch of parts, and then just move and then put them all together, back together again, but at the same time move individually and stuff. So I'm going to try that in my own spare time. But that's basically where I've been. But as you can probably tell by this interesting theme I've chosen, I will be doing sort of a run of Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. I haven't played Final Fantasy XII in ages, ever since I did that PS2 version, where I pretty much covered as much as humanly possible with live commentary. So yeah, it was pretty much the biggest project that I did for the channel, and I'm happy that some people actually did enjoy that and actually getting some good information from it. I actually had to use a guide. So is it going to be the same for this one? Actually, no. You see, this is Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. The thing is, for the most part, the game is exactly the same. What they've actually changed is more of the battle system, specifically of how you get certain abilities and spells, known as jobs, Zodiac jobs, basically. It's like Final Fantasy V on steroids, basically. But this is actually a remake of the PS2 version of Final Fantasy XII that only came out in Japan. You see, Japan is trying to make another version of Final Fantasy XII called the Zodiac S, but just call it the Zodiac. I don't know to pronounce the other one. But basically, had the pretty much the exact same story. I think it was Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, where all the way in Japanese, but the voice acting is still in English. That's pretty much what they did with that one. But this one introduced the special Zodiac job system, where basically, because let's put it bluntly, everyone Final Fantasy 12 gameplay wise was exactly the same. Even the mist attacks, although they look different and pretty, weren't really much different from each other. The Zodiac Ace fixes that by assigning jobs, which you can decide. You can assign specific jobs to each playable character, and which makes them more unique and makes you actually want to use all of them. However, though, the PS2 version of the downside is you can only have one job per character, and you have to stick to that job for the entire game. And there's 12 jobs in general. Final Fantasy 12 The Zodiac Age fixes that. You can actually have 2 jobs per character, and it actually isn't permanent, I think. I remember there was an update that they added in so that you can actually switch out jobs and reset all of your license points. So that's actually quite nice, making it far more superior than the PS2 version. Also, they made some other fixes as well, like there's no more hang time when casting spells and stuff. Like you just have to wait there forever to cast a spell. That sucked. That fucking sucked. So they got rid of that entirely, thank goodness, because that was so annoying. This slowed down everything. And in general, they improved some graphical stuff, and loading times weren't nearly as long. And some other changes as well. But this is more like going to be sort of like a boss one. Yeah. Because basically, I'm not going to do this with live commentary. Because again, the only thing really changes is treasure chests and much stuff you got in them. And I don't really feel like doing the whole playthrough of the game, but I still have college. But at the same time, I don't leave you guys hanging. So it's going to be a boss one. And unlike with Dragon Quest VIII, I'm recording this straight from my PS4, so I don't have to worry about recording this I don't have to worry about putting my recording on a separate video editor, so it's compatible with my current video editor. So none of that crap. So that's a pretty sweet kick-ass bonus, so I'm pretty happy about that. But will I just be covering bosses? I also be covering hunts and elite hunts. What about rare games and trophy rare games? I might just cover the trophy rare games. Rare games, although they're well rare to appear, is like the permanent. Trophy rare games are one-time monster. Those feel like actual proper sort of mini boss enemies, whereas the other rare games you can just fight them anytime you want. They just have some of them just have specific times where they appear. So this is the point of showing off the normal rare games, just the other ones. Maybe, I don't know, but I will at least do bosses, hunts, and bosses, marks, and elite marks, and optional bosses as well. And by optional bosses, I do include espers and all that. So yeah. What I'm gonna do first, usually, I'm gonna like upload a full part of the game, because that part has like tons of tutorials and stuff for the beginning, for certain parts, maybe. But after that, it's just gonna be mostly bosses. In fact, the first part is just gonna be going through the whole game with someone else, because it pretty much tells you how to play the game and stuff. And then I'll just explain in description basically about the other parts slowly. But I just wanted to show you guys how it's all going to be laid out and all that. But plus, I had this game for quite a few years, and I never even played it because I got distracted. I think that was a good time. There's also one other reason why I am playing this game. And believe it or not, it is actually out with my studies. The Gambit system. The Gambit system is very similar basically to sort of how C# works in some of its commands. I'll explain later on maybe in my own tutorial how Gambits might work. Maybe. Again, it's just kind of like touch and go. But most importantly, I'll be doing this in my own time. I won't feel like I have to rush to like just do it when I want, do it when I have to. That's why it's a boss run. If I did it as a full playthrough, this would probably take over a year, probably even more. So I have to think about that. I don't want to just rush in. And if you don't see me playing for moments at a time, like as you saw, it's because I'm studying. Is this something that I can get straight back into whenever I want, but still show something off to you guys? And I'd like to remember that I do upload my videos absolutely free. I do not earn any money from these. Even though if you see any adverts on there, I don't earn money from any of the ads. That's for copyright stuff, like usually music and stuff and all that. So I just make that abundantly clear. This is something I do in my spare time as a hobby and whatnot. But yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about. So next time I'm going to show the first part of Final Fantasy, just set up the story and all that, and show off the bit of the battle system and okay. But it won't be with live commentary. There's no point. Again, story-wise, it's exactly the same. Gameplay-wise, going from places and looking around, it's the same. What's really changed is the mechanics of the game. Like, again, the battle system or treasure placement or how certain things work. That's what's changed, which is why I'm not going to do a full playthrough of it. It'll just be rinse and repeat. That's why they did the boss run in Dragon Quest VIII, because we're really different from the one I did years ago. That's why I condensed it for myself. Plus, if you watch my video playthrough of Final Fantasy XII, you know how big this game is, or the optional stuff you can do. It's kind of insane. And this is something I want to do in my spare time, and not feel like I'm obligated to do that. So yeah, let's take that with a grain of salt. Like I said, next time I will be showing off the first part, show off the establishing story and all that stuff, and then from now on out, it's gonna be mostly just bosses, marks, elite marks. I might do a tutorial or two explaining certain things, but also remember, this is the first time I'm actually playing this version of the game. So, despite my expertise, that's based on the PS2 version, so it's only get me so far. So, I actually bought myself a guide, the complete edition guide for Zodiac Age. It cost me £30 on eBay, but it was worth it. It's very comprehensive, pretty useful for the bazaars and stuff. And despite me going through the whole game, I still made a mistake or two. I remember one mistake I made was trying to get some early weapons. I didn't get enough dark stones because I didn't know about a certain part where by the time you do get them, it's pretty much useless. But again, I'll talk about that when I basically feel like it. But that's pretty much all I want to talk about, really. So again, I hope you guys are doing okay so far. And all that, and but yeah, basically I'm back, sort of. But don't worry though, guys, if I am going to be studying for weeks at a time or something that's really important, I'm actually going to just do basically a post, because I have 1,000 subscribers. When you reach 1,000 subscribers, you have the ability to make posts so that everyone that's subbed to your channel can actually see that post, so that'll be much easier to do instead of just doing a live update every time. It's just be working on something. But with that, is Master 347, game of the type of object platformer. Stay classy, and it's good to be back. See you guys then. So hope you guys enjoy this, somewhat lengthy update.